Hi, I'm Margaret and welcome to Garden School. I wanted to show you what I've harvested here in the month of March from my winter garden. What I've got here is I've got some beautiful purple sprouting broccoli. This is going to be delicious steamed or in a stir fry. And then I also picked some what was remaining of little red kale. That's going to be delicious too. And then I noticed that my green kale, my lacinato kale, was starting to bolt and was starting to bloom. So I took everything off, including these little flower buds, which are going to be delicious to eat too. And then I noticed one other thing. The Savoy cabbage that I had planted, I had gotten one head, and it's the first time I've ever done Savoy cabbage through the winter or at any time. I noticed it was also starting to bolt. So you can see those little buds starting to grow on this. Well, I decided I would just take it off. I'll be able to steam that and use that in a stir fry or just with some other steamed vegetables. Well, I have a whole colander full of things here. Kale and purple sprouting broccoli and some cabbage flowers and also the kale flowers. But I have something else too that I think it's time to harvest. In my little greenhouse over winter, I had these seedlings of lettuce, and I think that I need to do something with them now. The lettuce was actually seedlings that came from some lettuce that I allowed to go to seed in the late summer. So this is really a freebie. Now, there are two things that I could do here. One is that I could just take off the larger leaves and let the smaller leaves grow. Or there's another practice called cut and come again. I've never done it, but I'm going to do it now. So what you do with cut and come again is you just cut the leaves off. You don't pull out the stem, but I'm going to cut all the leaves off, leaving a little bit of a stub, and then I can eat these leaves. And the thought is that what remains here, I don't know if you can see it there, what remains here will start to generate some new leaves. Well, we're going to try that with this container, the cut and come again practice, see what happens. If nothing happens, it doesn't matter that much because these were really super free. They were the seedlings from some lettuce that I allowed to go to seed last summer. So that's kind of cool. And I just tried to protect them over winter. You might remember the video where I was putting buckets of hot water in my greenhouse to keep the temperature above freezing when we had that really super cold snap. Well, this is nice that I've gotten this. And so now I have my container. It still has the little stubs of the plants. I don't want that weed in there. And I'll take that leaf that's starting to decay out, and I'm going to just keep that in the greenhouse, and we'll see if I notice some new growth starting on that. Now this other container that has the little lettuce starts, I think what I'm going to do is put these into a different container and see if I can get some larger size on individual plants. And I probably should feed them at that time too, with maybe some liquid fertilizer. So I think that's what I'll try to do. And there we go. Got some snacks for the month of March. Well, that's what I've been able to harvest here in March, and that's without a whole lot of thought about what I was going to do for a winter garden. Just some things that are really neat, fun, and exciting. So, bon appetit. I'm going to enjoy my veggies here in March in a stir fry and probably in a salad too. Well, there's always more to learn in the garden. Bye-bye.